The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Marketplace just rolled out an incredible selection of new content that perfectly bridges commercial holiday routes with rugged backcountry bush flying. Whether you want to land a heavy jetliner along a stunning Mediterranean coast or skim the treetops in a bush plane, this week has something special for your flight log. We're looking at highly detailed airport releases from developers like Gaia Simulations and SheraSim alongside Microsoft's massive new first-party edition, World Update number 22. Let's jump straight into the details to see which editions are must-haves for your simulator. To keep this video organized, I've broken the latest arrivals into 3 logical categories: Scenic Holiday and Regional Gateways, rugged backcountry airstrips, and first-party expansions. Let's kick things off with our first group on the coast. Corfu Airport, Lima Golf Kilo Romeo from Gaia Simulations. This is new to the marketplace in Flight Simulator 2024, but let's first look at how the default scenery looks like in Flight Simulator 2024 before we're gonna look at what has been added by Gaia. Welcome to the island of Corfu, and this is Corfu Airport in the default scenery of Flight Simulator 2024. You can see the runway and you can see the terminal building. The terminal building looks, pretty nice. There is some wear and tear on the roof, especially for that center part, including the, traffic tower. There's some wear and tear, as you can see. But there's no interior, as well as if you look at it, there are some custom ground vehicles, or at least some ground vehicles. There's the aprons. Also the nice taxiway signs are there, so pretty nice. But if you move to the other side, this is the parking spots where you park your cars when you want to travel from this airport to any of your destinations. And you can see that the parking spots are, kind of default, not really special. So let's now dive into the package which Gaia has created and made available for all of us. Of course, there's a price attached to it, but let's see if it's worth the money. So we're back in the marketplace. So this airport is welcoming millions of visitors every year from across Europe and beyond. Corfu International Airport, Ioannis Kapodistrias, hopefully I pronounced correctly, is one of the Mediterranean's busiest seasonal airports and among the world's most iconic aviation destinations. If we scroll down, we can see what has been included. So they did add a lot of things. They used the latest rendering technologies, materials, lighting and scenery workflows. Then there was also an update for the airport because they updated the layout based on real-world aeronautical data. They carefully handcrafted the level of detail, the LOD, and they optimized for both the PC and the Xbox. Besides that, they added a lot of things like custom ground polygons. They added a custom air side and land side, ultra detailed and highly accurate terminal interior, collection of animated custom airport vehicles, animated boats, and a lot of more things. So let's go down because there is more. Because also look at this, they also added some things, pretty close to the airport, based on my understanding, several cafes and restaurants. So let's see. Restaurants. So let's look at the screenshots. These are the screenshots they provided. Pretty fun. They also have a livery section, but that's something different. So these are the screenshots they provided. A lot of screenshots. Look at the level of detail on the aprons. This is the non-airport facing side. You can also see some surroundings have been updated. The night lighting is there. Really nice. Also the cafes, as mentioned already. They're not really, I would say they're close to the airport, but not really inside the terminal building. And then we're already at the start. Do they have some other pictures? No, these are exactly the same. So that's a pity, but hey. So a lot of things added to this airport by Gaia Simulations. Then the second airport in this group is Olaya Herrera Airport. Sierra Kilo Mike Delta by SheraSim Solutions. They added this airport, and which is an airport located in the Medellin, Colombia, that serves regional and domestic flights. Additionally, the airport is used by general aviation and features several hangars for charters. What did they do? They added aerial images, airport model details, ejected buildings, emblematic buildings of the Medellin city, sloped runway, and the airport hangars. So let's have a look at the screenshots in this case. because this must also look really nice. Here we can see several things, including the interior of the terminal building. We can see the runway, of course, and also doing night lighting, you can see it has been updated. So this one looks also very nice. Then the first item in the Rock Backcountry and small regional airstrips is Mahoney Creek Airstrip. Oscar Uniform number 3 or D47 Cougar range, which is also added as part of this package. It's not that expensive, but it adds, I would say, some real nice things, especially if you love to fly bush trips. So the airport is one of Idaho's most beautiful valleys, right? That's where those airports are located. The airfields, which are only 20 minutes flying from 3U to Johnson's Creek, are right next to each other in the Middle Fork Salmon River Valley. The almost 700 meter long runway of Mahoney Creek's airfield is located on a natural plateau above the Middle Fork Salmon River, which makes it really challenging for you to fly. Then of course we've got the Cougar Ranch Airfield. This was set up in 2019 and it has a runway length of only 430 meters and a washed out runway. This is likely even more challenging. What they did is they updated the airports and it's part of one package. So you get 2 airports for the price of 1. AZ objects and PBR textures, highly detailed landscapes, realistic runway slopes, animated windsocks and a lot of other cool stuff. And these are some screenshots which they provided. Not a lot, but still enough maybe to decide if you want to buy it or not. So really nice add-on. And again, this one can be rented. And if you decide to buy it, this amount will be deducted from the total amount. So pretty interesting one for those who love flying bush flights. And the second one in this category is Aldea da Serra Airport, Sierra Juliet Oscar Yankee. But first let's have a look at how it looks like in Flight Simulator 2024. So welcome to Aldea da Serra Airport, Sierra Juliet Oscar Yankee in Flight Simulator 2024. As you can see, the airport is really empty, so there's not much to show. There's, I would say, a runway, there's some supporting buildings over there, so let me, say, move over there, although I'm not sure if these are supporting buildings or this is completely separately. But you can see there's not much, which I think is, I would say, a pity, but it also gives an opportunity for developers like flight simulations to improve this airport. So let's jump back to the marketplace and let's see on how they improved this airport. So this one can also be rented, and if you rent it, then it will be deducted from the total amount. This airport is located in one of the most distinctive aviation communities in Brazil. Airport Aldea da Serra brings a unique flying experience to Flight Simulator, combining executive aviation, private operations and carefully crafted environment. So let's have a look at what has been included. Of course, the recreation of the airport. There's the realistic runway, taxiway aprons and ground materials. They did update the night lighting. They also add some custom vegetation. Real IFR procedures are included, and being developed in extensive partnership with the airport owner, which is really cool. And if we scroll down, we can see what they have added. And if you look at the price and then look at the level of detail, this looks, let's say, pretty interesting. Because to be honest, it's not that expensive. And if you look at what they have added, say, well, kudos to the developer. If you love updating this airport because you saw in Flight Simulator 2024 default content, it's not that special, but with this addition, you really take it to the next level. I'm unsure if you can also spawn from the runways, but that might be something. Also, it looks like some construction is happening. So maybe they will update it in the future, but that's, let's say, not very, let's say, visible in the release notes. So let's keep our fingers crossed. And the last category, first party world expansions. And this is where world update number 22, United States National Parks, is included, of course. This airport is super interesting. Microsoft has worked together with Bing Places, Vexel, Gaia and Asobo to create this package. It's an immense update. It includes 31 areas of interest, also known as AOIs, rendered using updated photogrammetry, triangulated irregular network surface texturing, and digital elevation modeling. Which parts were updated? Well, all these national parks. You can see Arches National Park, Badlands, Big Bend. I will not go to all of them. Death Valley, Grand Teton, Great Sand Dunes National Park, Joshua Tree National Park, Olympic National Park, Zion National Park, and a nice thing that it also includes 46 points of interest, including visitor centers, lodges, lookouts, resorts, and spectacular natural wonders like Shiprock in northwestern New Mexico, the Totem Pole in Arizona, and the Delicate Arch in Utah, and many others. Besides this, there are discovery flights, and there's a new type of flight. They call it tree guided tours, which will simply take you to an area and then you will get some explanation on what you see, etc. This is really interesting. I tried it out myself. And for those who are wondering, hey, how is it, for example, using VR? Keep an eye on my channel because I will post a video using my first experience with the Pimax Crystal Light really soon. Besides that, there are the discovery flights taking place here, which are also already known, right? So you can discover it using some nice music. But give the guided tours a try. You can find them in the custom section. I was also initially thinking, hey, where are they? But you will find them in the custom section of the, activities. So have a look and give it a try yourself. It's really, really cool. So from executive and scenic visual approaches down into Corfu to explore massive natural landmarks brought to life in World Update number 22, this Marketplace update delivers some excellent variety to the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 map. It's super cool that Microsoft has again released a high quality world update, which is available for free, because I didn't mention that. Yes, it's available for free, so you can give it a try. I want to hear from you. Are you going to be taking a commercial airline route to the Greek islands, practicing your short fields landing at Mahoney Creek, or exploring the new national parks? Let me know your favorite picks in the comments down below. If this Marketplace breakdown helped you, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for next week's video.